Good morning, grade 5th. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good at your home. Class, today we will continue our block 25th, that is dealing with waste. Okay? And our second topic of this block is reusing waste items. In our last class, we had discussed recycling waste items, right? And today we will discuss reusing waste items. Okay? Now moving towards some recap questions. Your question number 1 is, what is recycling? Do you know what is recycling? In the last video, I had told you to give me definitions of 4 things, that is recycling or recyclable waste, non-recyclable waste, biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. But many of you haven't answered, right? This is a bad thing. If I had given some homework, you have to give me the result, right? Okay. Now moving towards question number first. What is recycling? Do you know the answer? Your answer will be, recycling is the process of converting used or waste materials into new and useful things, right? And if you have to give some examples, then you can give examples of empty jam bottles, right? The glass that is used for jam bottles can be recycled to a juice bottle, right? And if we take example of old newspaper, then that newspaper can be recycled to make paper bags, right? And if we take example of metal and glass items, they can be melted and produce new items like the plastics that we can convert and recycle it to make new buckets of plastics, right? So, are you clear what is recycling and what are the examples of recycling? Clear? But some waste cannot be recycled. Like we can take example of peels or pieces of fruits and vegetables. These can't be recycled, okay? So, they are known as non-recyclable waste. Okay? Got my point? Now, moving towards our today's topic. Our aim for today's topic is, today we will learn that how to explain how reuse of things can manage waste. Okay? And our keywords are reuse, recycle. Okay? Now, moving towards question of the day. Your question of the day is, you have to choose the things that cannot be reused. Okay? I will give you 4 options. In those 4 options, you have to choose the thing that cannot be reused. Okay? Now, moving towards activity. In this picture, you can see that the first picture shows a broken stool, and in the second picture, you can see a stool is reused by fixing it. Okay? So, if an item is broken, then we can reuse them by fixing them. Clear? Next example, we can see a cup that is broken, right? And in the second picture, you can see that a cup is reused by pasting it, right? By we had pasted it by the help, we can paste it by the help of Fevikwik. In this picture, you can see we had pasted by the help of Band-Aid, right? So, if a thing is broken and we want to reuse them, then we can fix it by the help of something, right? And we can use this cup for holding stationary items, for like a pen stand, like a flower pot, right? In the first picture, you can see a broken bicycle, right? If we have broken bicycle, what we can do? We can repair that bicycle by a bicycle mechanic, okay? and we can change the tire tubes of that broken bicycle, and we will get the new bicycle, right? So there are many types of things that can be reused. Clear? It is not needed that we always throw them away, right? We can reuse them. Clear? Now moving towards activity discussion part. Your question number 1 is, how can we reuse the broken chair? Your answer will be, we can ask a carpenter to fix a new leg to the chair, right? By this we can reuse a broken chair. Clear? Our next question is, how can a sweater is reused that we have grown up? We have outgrown. Okay. What can you do in this case? How can you reuse that sweater? You can reuse that sweater by giving that sweater to a younger child, or you can give that sweater to your younger brother or sister. Okay, by this you can use or you can reuse that sweater. Clear? Moving towards the next question. Our next question is, how can we reuse a broken cycle? Your answer will be, we can reuse a broken cycle by asking a bicycle mechanic to fix a new wheel or the part that is broken in that bicycle. Okay, if the brake of a bicycle is broken, then we can change brake of that bicycle. Okay, and by this we can reuse that bicycle. Clear? Our next question is, how can we reuse a broken ceramic cup? You can reuse a broken ceramic cup as a stationery holder, as a, you can say, as a flower pot. Okay, or you can use it as a pen stand, as a toothpaste and brush stand, right? So many of the things can be reused in some another form. Clear? Moving towards generalized questions. Our question is, can you suggest any other waste item at home or school that can be reused? And also you have to suggest the ways by which you can reuse them. Okay? Do you know different types of other items that can be reused? We had already taken some examples, like examples of broken chair, example of sweater that is outgrown, example of ceramic cup, broken cycle, right? Do you know some other examples that can be reused? Some waste items that can be reused, maybe our old school textbooks, our torn shirts, broken cricket bats and wickets. These all are the things that can be reused, right? Other than the earlier examples, if we take. Okay, and if it is asked that how can you reuse your old notebook, school textbook, your answer will be, you can give that old textbook to your junior at school, right? By this you can reuse it. Clear? And our next example is torn shirt. If a shirt is torn, then it can be used as a rag to clean the house, right? You can use it as a duster. Clear? Okay, and our next example is broken cricket bats and wickets. How can we reuse them? We can reuse them by repairing and used again or even given away. Clear? So if many of the things can be reused in different forms. Getting my point? Now moving towards higher order thinking question. Our question is, why is it better than we reuse things rather than sell them to the scrap dealer? Do you know the reason behind this? Why reusing is better than recycling? Your answer will be, scrap dealers sell waste items to recycling factories, right? And waste items are usually melted there. Okay? In recycling factories, waste items are melted to form a new thing. This you know already, right? And melting, this recycling or melting requires a lot of energy. Okay? And this also releases smoke which can pollute our surrounding. Clear? So, we can say that reusing the things is a better option as compared to recycling. Okay? If we are able to reuse things, then this is the better option than recycling the things or then selling the things to scrap dealer. Clear? Reusing waste items clear? Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt regarding this chapter or the earlier chapter, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay? Now, moving towards homework part. Your homework is, you have to complete your S2 in your workbook and you have to complete PQ 3 and 4 in your second notebook. Sorry, in your first notebook you have to complete your this block, right? Okay. Okay class, thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care.